Joe Carter, and today we're going to talk about microbes and human identity. We humans have a vast collection of microbes that live in and on us. Some of them play vital roles in the growth and maintenance of our body. These creatures are collectively called the human microbiome. Other microbes, etc., make their way into our body, and they don't contribute, or at least peacefully squat in our meaty community of poo and goo. They might be there by happenstance, just basically twiddling their thumbs. But some can be quite destructive invaders, like parasitic bacteria, fungi, viruses, and the like, that disrupt the community harmony we depend on. This multicultural community of tiny passengers plays a powerful role in our lives. Some provide valuable products and services we depend on. Others use, abuse, and otherwise disrupt the behavioral harmony of relationships we need and threaten the security and integrity of our biological community. Constructive or destructive, they shape what we experience as individuals, as species, and as a body of life in very important ways. To understand these influential relationships better, we can look at their quantity and diversity, as well as some examples of how they impact our lives. As it turns out, our body is a diverse ecosystem of many different cultures of microbes. 10 times more bacteria, fungi, and archaea live in and on us than there are human cells in the body. Some of these cultures provide vital functions like making vitamins, breaking food into useful little chunks of germ poop that our body can use, or fiercely defend their homeland if it comes under attack. These creepy crawlies in and on us will fight whenever some rebel invader wants to mess up their homeland. Some help in cell growth and maintenance, or do things like secrete chemicals to protect our stomach lining, or warn us of danger. So they talk to us and tell us what's going on. When the various cultures of our microbial ecosystem get out of balance by over or under population in proportion to each other and us, it can start a domino effect and things can go haywire. In general, biological relationships can range from mutually beneficial, where all parties benefit and the whole community is strengthened, or mutually destructive, where all parties lose and the community is destroyed. Some friendly neighborhood microbes waffle around our innards and outers on missions of do-gooding, but others invite us to dinner as their meal, or edit our body chemistry and physiology to force us to do their bidding. Yes, along with the many connections between the individual microbiome profiles and our day-to-day health, microbes also affect things like our personal inclination toward obesity, as well as, wait for it, our thoughts, personalities, culture, society, civilization, history, and our evolution. Broiling in the various pulses of the relationship economy that forms our day-to-day biological climate, there are some more subtle and persistent, powerful undercurrents of influence going on. Among the more influential members of our biological parliament are the microbial life forms in our digestive tract. They are known to have significant impact on things like brain development, learning, our ability to unlearn, and our behavioral profiles in general. Microbes play a role in our sexual attractions, risk tolerance, the kinds of things we eat, drink, and who we associate with, how social we are, what we think, how we integrate information, and so on. These are all within the domain of influence by microorganisms. To better understand how microbes relate to who we think we are, let's look at some parasites that take up residence in the various cities and rural areas of our biology, wreaking havoc. Parasites are by no means the only microbes that affect who we think we are, but they're a good example that makes the point that we are not alone. The word parasite means a relationship between biological entities where one benefits at the expense of the other. The one that benefits is the parasite. The one that's damaged is the host. There are lots of ways parasitic relationships are expressed. Exoparasites are surface feeders like mosquitoes, jamming their nosy proboscis through our skin to suck up some blood to feed their mosquito-y kids. Just for fun, after they stab you for a bloody Slurpee, they leave a viral tip at the dinner table for hosts like us to suffer injury from insult like malaria, West Nile virus, and chikungunya. Mesoparasites take up residence in our holy places like ears, genitals, to start chowing down on our innards and basically turning them into irritating, cheesy, parasitic poop. Intracellular parasites grow inside cells, gobbling up proteins and whatnot, and a subset of these, called obligate intracellular parasites, can't reproduce outside a host cell, so they hitch rides from cell to cell and body to body using vehicles like sex in the case of chlamydia, or sneezes in the case of respiratory parasitic bacteria. Some use elaborate methods to manipulate the behaviors of their hosts to support their reproductive goals. Toxoplasma gondii is one of these. It modifies lots of different mammalian central nervous system structures to behave in ways to serve to transport this creature to their favorite spawning grounds, cat guts. T. gondii edits the smell, fear, and sexual centers of rodent brains, so they're not only not fearful of cats, but they're attracted to them. Once a rodent presents itself as a love interest, the cat often responds by taking it out to dinner as the main course. Then, the T. gondii payload now celebrates its victory date inside the cat gut with an orgy, only to send the next generation outward on poopy buses to start the process all over again. In the case of humans, T. gondii has interesting side effects. Humans involved in horrible accidents involving reckless speed in motorcycles are 4 times more likely to be infected by T. gondii than the average population because of how it changes our physiology and our personality. It is the source of many a "hold my beer, watch this" Darwin Award. Babies in the womb can develop deafness, mental retardation, and other difficulties. Schizophrenia is more likely in people infected with T. gondii. We all know about cat ladies. The point is, our brain and other organs are considered fair game by parasites to be edited for their ends. And as it turns out, we didn't really invent farming. We've been being farmed for quite a while now. Parasites and other microbes edit our behaviors by various means to serve their ends. Some provide something of nourishing values, but others not so much. We might find it unsettling to discover we are basically a ventriloquist dummy for a blob of slime, but the more we learn about nature, the idea that we are independent free thinkers at the top of the food chain becomes less and less evidence-based and more wishful thinking. At best, we're more like a voice in the giant parliamentary choir than a choir master we like to fancy ourselves at. The behavioral edits by microbes may be more responsible for events in our individual personalities and collective history than we might be comfortable knowing. So to eliminate this uncomfortable feeling that we're zombie vehicle shells doing the bidding of our microbial overlords, we can just unknow it. Ready, set, unknow it. Oh well. That whole free will and personal identity thing we think we are just got a little fuzzier. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you got something out of it.